Its prolonged exposure to poverty facilitates the violence in these neighborhoods.
27 out of top 30 cities in American crime ran by Democrats. Why?
First, I will tell you.
Tell us.
First of all, it's where African Americans are living. So let's bring up Chicago in particular. What you have had in Chicago is you have had some of the greatest racial segregation, not in 20 years, not in 30 years, but literally in 100 plus years.
Led by Democrats.
No, hold on. Here's the deal, though. Okay, I will show you how. Mississippi has the largest percentage of black people in America, run by Republicans, broke as hell. Explain that. Explain me the highest. Tell me when you have. Hold on. Wait.
Don't spin.
No, I'm not spinning.
No. Don't change.
No. What I'm
Let's
showing
stay
you.
on topic.
Hold on. Wait.
The debate is being used by the gun control lobby to avoid dealing with the root causes of the issue. The vast majority of gun violence in this country is due to drug and gang violence in our inner cities. I've broken this down numerous times in old videos.
No, what creates crime? What creates crime?
When people are not doing well financially.
What else?
Your surrounding and environment, who you're around.
No, what else?
Pick up habits.
What else?
Bad policy.
On average, 25% of all gun murders in America take place in 4 cities: Chicago, Baltimore, Detroit, and Washington, D.C. Now ask yourself this question. From a socioeconomic standpoint, what do all of these cities have in common? Each of these cities have well-known areas where the vast majority of their violence is concentrated in poverty-stricken, underdeveloped neighborhoods who have had the same leadership and power for decades that refuse to do anything to address the socioeconomic issues in these places.
The topic is crime 27 out of 30, not economic. Economic is a different story.
No, it's not. What creates crime?
When people are not doing well financially, when people are not doing well financially, when people are not doing well financially. But I agree with you that we need to get the financial situation.
No. And you're making the mistake.
You went to Mississippi. No, you're making the mistake.
No. Here's the mistake you're making.
No, it's not just a black culture thing. I know a ton of black families who live in the suburbs and their kids aren't doing drive-bys in their BMWs. Its prolonged exposure to poverty facilitates the violence in these neighborhoods. Its prolonged exposure to poverty facilitates the violence in these neighborhoods. Its prolonged exposure to poverty facilitates the violence in these neighborhoods. And even then, it's a small group of people committing the majority of the violence in these neighborhoods. If the leaders of these areas really wanted to stop the violence, instead of ignoring it on non-election years, only to exploit it for votes during election years, they would, and they can, but they gain and maintain more control in treating the symptom than they do providing the cure, so they don't.
Show me a community where you've seen a riot with a credit score of 700 or higher. The reality is, when you talk about crime in this country, you're talking about economics, you're talking about education, you're talking about housing, you're talking about health. Mm-hmm. Show me areas where you do not have high crime. I'm going to show you areas that don't have the same, aren't as compacted. That's first. What you have is, when you talk about crime in places, you then look at what are the numbers of people there, what are the pockets there, what are those communities, and how did those communities, how were they created literally not over 20, 30 years, but literally over 50, 75, 100 years. Now, that was Jim Crow.